Today we're going to continue on with our 6-liter oil leak issues. We've already talked about standpipes and dummy plugs and the 10 potential leaks they have with the standpipe and dummy plugs. We talked about the oil rail ball tubes on the high pressure oil manifolds and the 8 potential leaks on the O-rings there. Today we're going to go into it a little bit further and we're going to look at the injector. So each injector has a O-ring in the top of it. So you have another 8 potential oil leaks. These things have almost 30 potential oil leaks in this high pressure oil system. So it's imperative that when you go in and work on these, you recognize all of the different areas that high pressure oil can leak. Any high pressure oil leak there will affect the performance level of the injector itself. So that being said, let's go in and take a look at the injectors, because there's one other thing that's a real common issue as a problem on 6-liter injector R&R. And that is, pop the clip out here, and that problem is on the solenoids. Some technicians get in a hurry, and rather than use the proper T45 long shank tool on these injectors, they'll use a short shank, and the size of the head on that is so large that it creates issues. And when you put it in to remove the hold down screw, side pressure will crack the solenoids. Not a good thing either for the core nor for the new injector that you're putting in. So what you want to use is a long shank slender T40. So if we grab that, let's go ahead and remove this injector. We've already loosened it up a little bit just to make this a little easier in the filming process for you. So we are now loose. We'll pull that out. Hold down clamp comes with it. We'll set that off to the side for a moment. So you'll notice there's no cracks in the solenoids. By putting pressure on those and breaking them, again, you could very easily devalue the core, not get your full core credit out. If we look at this injector, as you can see here, the copper washer on it, see all the black carbon there? This was an actual problem because of all the blow-by that was coming through there. This injector is due to be replaced. So let's go ahead and do that, set it aside. Let's grab a new injector. We've got the O-rings oiled up on it here with a new copper washer on the bottom. Nice new solenoids. So as we put this back together, slide it down into the hole. And before we do that, if we look down here, there's a blind hole that the hold down screw goes into. Now if there's oil in that hole, and we torque this bolt down, what's going to happen is we're going to come up against the oil that's in there. You can't compress a liquid, therefore you're going to reach your torque level on your torque wrench, even though this is not fully seated and this bracket may be loose in there. And if that's the case, the injector is going to be loose and not seal up on the compression washer here. So let's make sure that that hole is clean. We're going to take a little bit of shop air and a rag. We'll throw a rag over it, put this in the hole, throw a rag over it so we're not wearing it. Clean that out before we install the injector. Now we're all set there. We can drop the injector into place. And again with the long shank so we're not damaging. Get it into the hole here. There we go. In the hole. We'll get that torqued down in a moment. But now we're certain that it's in the hole. We know that it's in there. We've got a short or a long shank here, so we know we haven't damaged the solenoid housing on it. Put this back together, and we now have a successful injector R&R on a 6-liter Ford, as well as being confirmed that we now have a good O-ring here that's going to seal up against that ball tube and not have a potential oil leak. Just remember, on any time you're working on the high pressure oil system on any Huey system, whether it be a 7.3 or a 6.0, you want to make sure that the oil is cleaned in them. Any dirty crankcase oil going through here has the potential to cause you issues. So be sure and change oil on every service that you do on these. Thank you.